What is up, guys? Welcome to the new video. Today I'm gonna be starting a little mini series on the channel called Calisthenics Basics. The reason I'm making this series is because I wish that someone made this when I was a beginner at calisthenics, and I think everyone that does calisthenics might benefit from this series. I'm gonna have an episode about training, I'm gonna have an episode about your nutrition, and I'm gonna have an episode about mindset, consistency, and all that stuff. Today I'm gonna be starting with the training aspect. So basically what you need to think about, what things you need to consider when you start calisthenics. As a beginner, the first thing you need to do is to learn how to train. All right, your body is not used to doing resistance training, therefore it's fragile. It will be very susceptible to injuries if you don't do things properly. So what you need to do is first focus on the basics. As I said, your body is very new to this. Don't go to the gym and start doing very hard variations of exercises. As a beginner, go to the gym with one goal and one goal only. Master the basics. Learn how to do clean pull-ups, learn how to do clean push-ups, learn how to do clean dips, and learn the pistol squats. After a while, you can start doing stuff like wide grip pull-ups, close grip pull-ups, wide grip and close grip push-ups, and you can start on basic progressions towards certain exercises. So you can start working towards archer pull-ups, archer push-ups, and all that stuff. But as a beginner, your main focus should be to master the basics. Quick note about skill training. There are a lot of different opinions on this. My opinion is don't do any static skill training for the first few months of training. In my opinion, starting to train for stuff like a front lever, a back lever, planche and all that stuff isn't what you want to be doing. Instead, try and focus on basic exercises to strengthen your body, and then you can actually start learning exercises like front lever and handstand, back lever, or whatever you really want to do. Personally, I didn't do any skill training or static training for the first 1.5 years. I waited way too long, but nonetheless, don't start with doing it right away. A big mistake that a lot of beginners make is in their first week of training, they will do way too much. They'll go to the gym 5-6 times a week, and they will basically do way too much. When you're training, and to get optimal results, there should always be a healthy balance between your training volume and your recovery. Any disturbance will lead to suboptimal results, and in the worst case, injuries. If you train more than you can actually recover from, what happens is you will actually start seeing diminishing results because your body simply can't recover from the training it's doing. If you're training way less than you can actually recover from, what happens is you will not make the maximum progress you can actually make. That being said, a very basic training principle is you want to make progress on the least amount of volume that you can do. Basically meaning, if you can make progress as a beginner training 2 times a week, don't go to the gym and train 6 times a week. You don't need to. Alright, let's talk about your training program. There are a lot of different training splits out there, stuff like a full body split, an upper lower split, a push pull legs. You know, a lot of different things are available to you. Now, what is the best thing for you to do as a beginner? In my opinion, and basically the only opinion that you should have, is as a beginner, you're going to get the best results if you're sticking to a full body split. Doing a full body workout 2 or 3 times a week, keeping the volume small enough so you can actually recover from that training session, and repeating that every 2 or 3 days. This is going to allow you to make the maximum progress possible. Now keep in mind what I said in the beginning. There should always be a balance between training volume and recovery. That being said, if you notice that you are extremely sore after workouts and sessions, decrease volume slightly. Therefore, you'll be able to recover from the workout quicker and repeat the workout more often, which will equal more progress. One of the most basic training principles that you need to know is something called progressive overload. What does that mean? It means that your training needs to become harder over a period of time. Basically doing more reps, more sets, increasing training volume over a period of time. The only way that you can actually make sure that this happens is that you know what you are doing. Basically track your volume. Now, the ideal situation is that you actually buy yourself a program where the person that made the program will make sure that progressive overload is happening. If you're not gonna buy your own program, that means you have to make your own training program. Now, as a beginner, the only thing you really need to do is just write down what exercises you're gonna be doing. Let's say start with pistol squats. Write down, I'm gonna do a certain amount of sets, a certain amount of reps that workout. Then you're gonna be going into pull-ups. Write down how many sets, how many reps. Then into the pushing stuff. Know what you do every single workout and keep that the same every workout. Don't be the guy that does something different every single workout, because you can't track it and so you can't know whether you're making progress. Every time you go to the gym, you need to know what you did last week. Make sure that every single training session you do the same amount of volume or more than the last week. So over a long period of time, you should see your reps increasing. That is the main thing that you want to be doing. If that happens, you are progressively overloading your training and making progress. Now, once you are good at the basics, this is where you really can go your own way. A lot of different people want to do different things. For people who want to maximize muscle building, I'm gonna link one of my previous videos in the description where you can actually see my opinion on building muscle with calisthenics. Now, for people who want to go into the high rep part of calisthenics, what you need to do is keep doing the basics and keep increasing repetitions, doing sets of high reps to improve your endurance. For people like me who want to be able to do one-arm pull-ups, planche push-ups, all that kind of stuff, what you need to do is you want to start doing progressions towards exercises. So go online, find tutorials and simply go through those progressions. If you want to start learning static moves, that means that your focus will switch from basics to statics, and you want to make your training up from static skill training. Again, YouTube is absolutely littered with tutorials, so you should be able to find what you need to know. Also, a big thing that beginners should be focusing on is form. All right, as a beginner, you want to make sure that you get the form right on all the basic exercises. Don't start differentiating to other training styles until you have mastered the basics. You need to be able to do clean pull-ups, clean push-ups, clean dips, clean pistol squats. Alright? Watch loads of tutorials on those exercises. That way you know what you need to pay attention to when you are training. Install good habits and don't let bad habits come into play. Alright guys, this was the video about training. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The next few videos of the calisthenics basic series are gonna be posted in the next couple of days. Keep your eyes peeled for those ones, and for now, see you guys in the next video.